Hello students, welcome to another lecture of strength of materials. In the last lecture we saw about complex stresses, how to calculate stresses on inclined planes using direct formula. We derived the equation of normal stress and shear stress on inclined planes in case of complex stresses. Then we saw about Mohr circle. What is Mohr circle? What is the meaning behind Mohr circle? How to draw Mohr circle? I explained two methods of drawing Mohr circle. Today we are going to discuss about the concepts related to complex stress like principal planes, principal stresses. What is the use of principal stresses? What is the meaning of principal stresses? How we can calculate sigma maximum and tau maximum in case of complex stresses. So today we are going to talk about all the related concepts of complex stresses, my friends. Those of you who are watching me for the first time, let me give a brief introduction. My name is Aprup Rao, MTech from IIT Kharagpur. My specialization was mechanical systems design. Then I was recruited by Mahindra and Mahindra automobile sector. So I worked in research and development center of Mahindra called Mahindra Research Valley. It is a place where the cars and the tractors of Mahindra and Mahindra are designed. So I worked there for 2 years in the design department as deputy manager. But I always had a passion for teaching. So I left my job and I started teaching students preparing for GATE and engineering services. So I've been teaching for more than 6 years now. I've taught thousands of students in these 6 years. And I teach subjects related to design. Of course, because I've always been associated with design, I take subjects related to design, strength of material, engineering mechanics, machine design, theory of machines. Now, if you have subscribed this channel, you know that I have been covering the strength of material from the very basics. Lecture 1 till now, I have covered all the topics one by one in a very sequential manner, my friends. Okay. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please go and subscribe this channel first. We have crossed 50,000 subscribers mark, my friend. We have crossed 50,000 subscribers mark thanks to students like you. So please subscribe to this channel because we have planned a lot of amazing things on our YouTube channel for the next month, my friends. We are coming with real life engineering applications. We will see where these concepts of mechanical engineering are applied in real life, like how the clutches work, how the gyroscope works, all these real life applications. There will be a section of those videos. Then we will guide you for MTech and PSU interview. So there will be videos on interview guidance. Then there will be videos on career counseling, my friend. Okay. Then there will be videos on how to cope up with these stresses. See, if you are preparing for competitive exam, there is a lot of pressure. So in order to cope up with that stress, how you can deal with that stress, we are going to come up with the videos for that also. Okay. So we are planning a lot of things in upcoming days. So please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay. We have already crossed 50,000 subscribers. Help us to cross 100,000 subscriber mark, my friend. Okay. And please don't forget to share our videos. Please don't forget to share the links of our videos on your Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, wherever you can, because we need to reach to maximum number of students, my friend. You know that all our videos are completely free of cost. Okay. So that's why we need to reach to maximum number of students. Maximum number of students should be able to get benefits of all these videos, my friend. These are completely free of cost videos, and we are putting a lot of efforts behind making these videos. So in order to take advantage of our efforts, you need to share these videos to all your friends, all your contacts on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, wherever you can, my friend. Okay. We have one more offering for you. We have a Telegram channel called Unacademy GATE and ESE for people like you. And we have been posting all the relevant study material on that Telegram channel. You'll get the PDF notes of all our videos on that Telegram channel. So don't forget to follow that channel. The link is in the description given in the video, my friend. Okay. All right. So let's start with the lecture today. Now, yesterday we talked about how to draw Mohr circle, but let me revise that concept for you again. Okay. So we will draw the Mohr circle for this case. We were talking about this case, right? Sigma x, sigma y, tau xy. This is a plane stress condition or biaxial stress condition. Okay, so in this case, how to draw Mohr circle? I have already explained two methods of drawing Mohr circle. One was, you know the center coordinate of Mohr circle. What is the center of Mohr circle, my friend? What is the center of Mohr circle? The center of Mohr circle is at sigma x plus sigma y by 2 and 0. These are the coordinates of Mohr circle center, right? And what was the radius of Mohr circle, my friend? What was the equation of radius of Mohr circle? This was the equation, root over sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square, right? This was the coordinates of center and this was the equation of radius, right? If you remember this, please hit the like button, my friend. All of you right now hit the like button and mark your attendance right now. Mark your attendance. This is like an attendance for you. Okay, hit the like button right now. If you remember all this, hit the like button right now. And if you don't remember all this, no problem, hit the like button and I am going to explain everything. Okay, all right. So this is the center and this is the radius. So using this you can draw the Mohr circle, right? But then I explained another method which is my personal favorite. So what was that method, my friend? I told you, first what you have to do, you have to find the coordinates of vertical plane and horizontal plane. What is this, my friend? This is a vertical plane. What is this, my friend? This is a horizontal plane. So what will be the coordinates of vertical plane, my friend? If you remember, what was the coordinate of vertical plane? What is x coordinate, my friend? Sigma. So what is sigma on vertical plane? Sigma x. What is tau on vertical plane? Tau xy. Then on horizontal plane, what is the normal stress? Sigma y. Now I told you, if on vertical plane shear stress is plus tau xy, then on horizontal plane we take it as minus tau xy. Okay, so these are the coordinates of vertical plane and horizontal plane. On vertical plane, sigma x and plus tau xy. On horizontal plane, sigma y and minus tau xy. Do you understand this? Very good, my friend. Very good, very good. Now what you have to do, you have to draw these 2 points. These planes will become a point on Mohr circle. Yesterday I told you, on Mohr circle all the points are representing planes. Okay, so this vertical plane and horizontal plane, if you draw them on Mohr circle, they will become points. Okay, so where will you get the vertical plane, my friend? Where will you get the vertical plane? Sigma x plus tau xy. We are taking plus sigma here, plus tau here. So sigma x and plus tau xy. This will be the vertical plane. Now let's consider sigma x is greater than sigma y. Okay, so sigma y is less. Okay, so sigma y and minus tau xy, it will be somewhere here. So this is your vertical plane, this is your horizontal plane, right? These are 2 points on the Mohr circle. Now what you have to do, you have to join these 2 points. So if you join these 2 points, what do you get, my friend? Diameter. Okay, if you join vertical plane and horizontal plane on Mohr circle, what do you get? You get diameter of Mohr circle. Okay, now what you have to do, you just draw the circle using this diameter. So this is your Mohr circle, my friend. This is your Mohr circle. आज बहुत बढ़िया सर्कल बन गया है गलती से. Free hand circle, making free hand circle is a very difficult task, but today, by the grace of God, I have got a perfect circle for you. All right, my friends. All right, my friends. So this is the Mohr circle, right? This is the Mohr circle. This is what? Sigma x plus tau xy. This is what? Sigma y minus tau xy, right? So this is your Mohr circle, my friend. Okay. Now my friend, we were discussing different concepts related to Mohr circle. Right? So what was the first concept that we discussed yesterday? What was the first concept? If you remember, what was the first concept that we discussed yesterday? We discussed about principal planes. Right, we discussed about principal planes. What are principal planes, my friend? I told you, look at the circumference of Mohr circle. At every point, you get some value of shear stress, but there are 2 points where shear stresses are 0. This point and this point. At these 2 points, shear stresses are 0. These points are representing 2 planes. Every point is representing a plane. So there are two planes on this body. There are two planes where tau is 0. These planes are known as principal plane, my friend. Okay, yesterday we talked about it. So there are two principal plane here. Let's say one principal plane is this and second principal plane is this. What is the angle between these two planes, my friend? On Mohr circle, the angle is 180 degree. Okay, but every angle here, if the angle is 2 theta here, then here it will be theta. So if the angle is 180 degree here the angle will be 90 degree. So what is the angle between the two principal planes, my friend? 90 degree. Okay, this is a very important point. I told you yesterday, principal planes are mutually perpendicular. Okay, so what are principal planes? Principal planes are planes where tau is equal to 0, my friend. Now I told you there are three principal plane. Actually there are three principal plane, but on this circle you will only see two. What is the third principal plane, my friend? What is the third principal plane? See, actually there are 9 stress components. I told you in general state of stress, actually there are 9 stress components, but in case of plane stress or biaxial stress, we assume that all the stresses in z direction are 0. Okay, actually there is a 3-dimensional element. Okay, actually it should be a 3-dimensional element, but we are assuming that all the stresses on this plane, all the stress on this plane is 0. So we don't consider this plane and we get only biaxial stress. We get only biaxial stress. Okay, we get only biaxial stress. So we get an element like this. Why? Because we assume that all the stresses on this plane are 0. So this plane is also a principal plane, right? The xy plane is also a principal plane, but we are not considering that plane. We are only considering which plane? YZ plane and XZ plane. So this element is representing YZ and XZ plane. Okay, so there are three principal planes. One principal plane is already known, the XY plane. The other two principal plane, we have to find them. We have to find them. So what was the equation, my friend? Yesterday I derived the equation for principal plane. What was the equation, my friend? What was the equation? If you remember, what was the equation, my friend? The equation was this: theta P1 equals to half of tan inverse of 2 tau xy by sigma x minus sigma y. I have already derived this equation. How you can derive this equation? Simple. You know the equation of tau. You know the equation of tau. What is the equation of tau? At any angle theta, what is the equation of tau? Minus of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sine 2 theta plus tau xy cos 2 theta. Okay, and you know that on principal plane this should be equal to 0. So if you put this equal to 0, you will get theta equal to this. Okay, so this is the angle of first principal plane. Now what is the angle of second principal plane, my friend? What was the angle of second principal plane? We have talked about this yesterday also, that if the first principal plane is at an angle this much, then for second principal plane you don't have to derive the equation again. What you have to do? See, first principal plane is at an angle theta P1 and the angle between first and second is 90 degree. So you just have to add 90 degree in theta P1 and you will get theta P2, my friend. Okay, this is theta P1 and then 90 degree you will get theta P2, my friend. Okay, so theta P1 is this much, theta P2 is this much, my friend. Okay, so this was principal plane, right? Now, my friend, a very important concept, very important concept related to complex stress. Most important concept related to complex stresses: principal stress. Principal stresses. Most important concept of complex stress. Principal stresses, my friend. Okay, what are principal stresses? Why we need principal stresses? That we have to discuss. Okay, now on principal planes, tau will always be 0. On these two planes, tau will always be 0, but there will be some value of sigma, right? There will be some value of sigma. So let's say this is the first principal plane. So this is the normal stress of first principal plane, sigma 1. This is the second principal plane. So this is the normal stress of second principal plane, sigma 2. So what are these sigma 1 and sigma 2, my friend? These are known as principal stresses. So what are principal stresses, my friend? Principal stresses are the normal stresses on principal planes. Okay, these are the normal stresses acting on principal planes, my friend. Okay, principal stresses are normal stresses acting on principal planes, my friend. Okay, now we need to calculate their value, my friend. We need to calculate the value of principal stresses. So how will we calculate the value of principal stresses? Very easily we can find principal stresses using Mohr circle, my friend. Okay, using Mohr circle, I will tell you how to calculate principal stress. Okay, see, what is this? This is the first principal plane. Okay, this will be, this x distance will be your sigma 1, right? This is the normal stress on principal plane 1. This distance from here, origin to 1, this will be your sigma 1. So how will we calculate sigma 1, my friend? You can divide this distance into two distances. Center distance plus center to 1. Okay, let's say this is C. Okay, let's say this is C, and let's say this origin is O. So what will be sigma 1, my friend? What will be sigma 1? I can write sigma 1 equal to OC plus C1. OC plus C1, I can write it like this, right? Now OC, what is this distance, my friend? What is the distance up to center? Sigma x plus sigma y by 2. These are the coordinates of center, right? These are the coordinates of center. These are the coordinates of center. So sigma x plus sigma y by 2. This is the coordinate of center plus C1. Now what will be this C1, my friend? What will be this C1? This is the center. This is the circumference. So from center to circumference, what is the distance? What is the distance? Tell me. It will be radius, right? And what is the radius, my friend? This is the radius. So it will become root over sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. This is the equation of sigma 1, my friend. Do you understand how we got this? Do you understand how we got this equation, my friend? We have to calculate this distance, right? Distance from origin to 1. So we divided this distance into two different distances, origin to center plus center to 1. Origin to center means coordinate of center, sigma x plus sigma y by 2. Center to 1 means radius. So we have known, we know these values. Yesterday I told you how Mohr circle is derived. How Mohr circle is derived, yesterday I told you, and yesterday we found out that the center of Mohr circle is this and radius is this. Okay, so this is the equation of sigma 1, my friend. Okay, now we also have to calculate sigma 2. Okay, so what will be sigma 2, my friend? What will be sigma 2? Sigma 2 will be from center. Sigma 2 will be from origin to this, right? This will be your sigma 2 from origin to this. Now this distance can also be calculated in the same way. We know this distance OC and we know this distance C2. So OC minus C2, OC minus C2 will give you this distance sigma 2. What is OC, my friend? Again, OC means center coordinates, sigma x plus sigma y by 2. And what will be C2, my friend? C2 means radius of Mohr circle, means this, root over sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. These are the two equations that you need to memorize, my friend. It doesn't matter whether you understand this or not, but you have to memorize these two equations. Okay, if you understood this calculation, very good, but even if you don't understand it, you have to memorize these two basic equations. Okay, try to understand this circle. If you have any doubt, after this lecture end, go to my previous lecture and you will understand everything, how this circle is drawn, how these equations are calculated. Okay, now these are the equations of principal stresses sigma 1 and sigma 2 that you need to remember, my friend, because there will be direct numericals based on principal stresses and you need these equations in a lot of other topics also. In fact, in other subjects also you need these equations of principal stresses. In machine design you will use these equations also. Okay, in machine design also, in a lot of topics you will use these equations. So you have to memorize these equations of principal stresses. Very easy to memorize, my friend. See, this is center plus radius and this is center minus radius. So you remember these equations, right? Center coordinate and radius. You have to remember these two because there will be questions based on center and radius also. Okay. So if you remember center and radius, what will be sigma 1? Center plus radius. What will be sigma 2? Center minus radius. Very easily you can remember them. Okay. So you have to memorize this equation. Now my friend, I told you there are actually three principal planes. Okay. You can see the two here, but the third one is this, which we are not drawing. Okay. The third one is this, which we are not drawing. So for third principal plane, what will be the principal stress, my friend? Third principal stress, what will be the value of third principal stress, my friend? Third principal stress will always be 0, my friend. Sigma 3 will always be 0 for biaxial stress, plane stress. Biaxial or plane stress, third principal stress is always 0. We are assuming that on the third plane, on this plane, we are talking about vertical plane and horizontal plane, but there is another plane. On this plane, we are assuming all the stresses are 0. We are assuming biaxial stress condition. So for biaxial stress condition, all the stresses are 0. So sigma 3 will also be 0, my friend. So actually there are three principal stresses. In case of triaxial stress, you get all the three principal stresses. But in case of biaxial, you only get two, sigma 1 and sigma 2. The third one is 0. Okay. So do you understand? Do you understand this concept, my friend? All right. All right. Now, my friend, what is the significance of principal stress? What is the significance of principal stress? Let me tell you. Let me explain. Although there are a lot of significance, lot of uses of principal stress, but let me explain one significance right now. Look at the Mohr circle, my friend. Look at the Mohr circle. On this Mohr circle, you can see that every point is between point 1 and point 2. All the points are between this point and this point. Sigma at this point is maximum sigma, and at this point it is minimum sigma. Do you understand it, my friend? So this one is sigma maximum. Sigma 1 in our example, sigma 1 is sigma maximum and sigma 2 is sigma minimum, my friend. Okay. So what is the significance of principal stress, my friend? Principal stresses are sigma maximum and sigma minimum. They are the extreme values of sigma. One is maximum sigma and one is minimum sigma. Okay. This is only one significance. There are a lot of other uses of principal stresses also. Okay. But this is only one significance of principal stress. Okay. Now, my friend, there is another way of calculating principal stress. Okay. And this concept is a very unique concept. You might not have heard of this concept. There is another way of finding principal stress. One way is this, right? Using this formula. There is another way of calculating principal stress. How you can calculate principal stress, my friend? If you remember, in general state of stress, I told you that you can write these stresses in matrix form also. In matrix form, if you write it, what you will get, my friend? What you will get if you write it in matrix form? Sigma x, sigma x, tau xy, sigma y. Right? You can write these stresses in matrix form also. Okay, this is the matrix form. Sigma x, sigma y, tau xy. This should be tau yx, but tau xy and yx both are equal. So it is like this. Okay, I have explained all these things in general state of stress. I have explained all these things in general state of stress. If you don't remember, after this lecture ends, go to the lecture of general state of stress. It is in the playlist of SOM. So go to that lecture and you will see this matrix. What is this matrix called, my friends? This is known as tensor matrix, stress tensor matrix. Okay, let's call this matrix A. Okay, now my friend, in mathematics you might have seen eigenvalues, right? Eigenvalues of a matrix. If you find eigenvalues of this matrix, then those eigenvalues will be equal to the principal stresses. A very important point, my friend. eigenvalues of matrix A are equal to principal stresses. Eigenvalues of stress tensor are equal to principal stresses. Very important concept, my friend. A lot of you might not know this concept, my friend. What is principal stress? Principal stresses you can calculate from this matrix. How you can calculate it? By finding the eigenvalues. The eigenvalues of this matrix will be equal to principal stresses. Now, how do we find eigenvalues, my friend? How do we find eigenvalues? Very simple, my friend. You can write this like this: sigma x minus lambda tau xy sigma y minus lambda equal to 0. A minus lambda I equals to 0. So you get this, right? So determinant of this equal to 0. If you expand this determinant, what you will get, my friend? If you expand this determinant, you will get two different values of lambda. Okay, if you expand this, you will get a quadratic equation. You will get two values of lambda, lambda 1 and lambda 2. Lambda 1 will be equal to sigma 1, lambda 2 will be equal to sigma 2, my friend. Okay, so you can solve this and you can find sigma 1 and sigma 2. A very easy and very efficient method, my friend. This is also another method of finding principal stresses. How you can find principal stresses? By calculating eigenvalues of this matrix. Okay, so I told you two methods of calculating principal stresses. One is by direct formula and second is calculate the eigenvalues of this matrix. Eigenvalues of this matrix will be equal to principal stresses. Now, my friend, you have two very important properties of eigenvalues, right? You have two important properties of eigenvalues. What are the properties of eigenvalues, my friend? What are the properties of eigenvalues? If you remember properties of eigenvalue, there are a lot of properties, but there are two very interesting and very useful properties. What are those? You might have seen this. If you remember this or not, I don't know. Sum of eigenvalues is equal to the diagonal of this matrix. This is the matrix sigma x tau xy sigma y. So sum of the eigenvalues means eigenvalues are what? Sigma 1 and sigma 2. So sum of the eigenvalues sigma 1 and sigma 2 is equal to sum of diagonal elements sigma x and sigma y. This is also very important concept, my friend. Okay, note this down. This is another very important concept. Sum of eigenvalues is equal to sum of diagonal, means sigma 1 plus sigma 2 equals to sigma x plus sigma y. And second property, what is the second property of eigenvalue? Product of eigenvalues is equal to determinant of matrix, means sigma 1 into sigma 2, product of eigenvalue equal to determinant of matrix. What is determinant of matrix? If you find determinant, what you will get? This into this minus this into this, right? What will be the determinant of this matrix? This into this minus this into this. So it will become sigma x into sigma y minus tau xy square. So these are another two equations, my friend. In some problems, you will see use of these equations also. In some problems, there are some problems where you can use these equations also. Okay, so these are also very important equations, my friend, very important relations. Okay, so principal stresses can be found using different method. The first method was direct formula. We have a formula of sigma 1, we have a formula of sigma 2. Second method, eigenvalues. We have the matrix, we can write these stresses in matrix form. This is the matrix, then find the eigenvalues of this matrix, you will get sigma 1, sigma 2. There is a third method, using these two equations also, using these two relations also, you can find sigma 1 and sigma 2. Okay, so I gave you three different methods of finding sigma 1 and sigma 2. I gave you three different methods of finding principal stresses. In most problems, you have to use direct formula. Okay, in most problems we can calculate principal stress using direct formula, but there are some problems, conceptual problems, where you can use these other methods also. Okay, so you should know all these concepts, my friend. See, I am telling you very interesting and very unique concepts related to all this. Okay, so please appreciate these concepts, appreciate my efforts. Hit the like button right now, hit the like button right now, and don't forget to share these videos, my friend. If you are learning something new, even though you might know about principal stresses, if you are learning this something new, please tell this to your friends, share these videos to your friends, tell them to be online every day at 3 p.m. to learn some amazing concepts related to strength of materials. Okay, so this was principal stresses. Now my friend, I told you one significance of principal stress, that principal stresses are the maximum and minimum values of normal stresses. Okay, principal stresses are also used to calculate sigma maximum and tau maximum. Okay, principal stresses are used to find sigma maximum and tau maximum. So how we can calculate maximum normal stress? How we can calculate maximum normal stress? So what will be sigma maximum, my friend? Sigma maximum means maximum normal stress. See, sigma x and sigma y, these are normal stresses on vertical plane and horizontal plane. There are other planes, there are infinite planes, and on every plane there is some value of sigma. On every plane there is some value of sigma. We have to find which one will be maximum sigma. So what will be the equation of maximum sigma? It will be maximum of sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3. Very important point, my friend. Note this down. What is sigma maximum, my friend? It is maximum of sigma 1, 2 and 3, my friend. And why I am using this? This is the absolute sign. Absolute sign means when you find the maximum, only check the magnitude. Don't check the sign. For example, let's say we have three principal stresses. Okay, let's say sigma 1 is 100 megapascal, sigma 2 is 50 megapascal and sigma 3 is minus 200 megapascal. Which one is sigma maximum, my friend? Which one is sigma maximum? People usually say that this is sigma maximum because it is negative. My friend, in mathematics, negative value means less than positive value. But this is not mathematics. In strength of material, negative sigma only means compressive stress. Okay. Otherwise, this is also a sigma and it is greater than this sigma. Okay. It is greater than sigma. Only difference is this is tensile and this is compressive. So which one will be sigma maximum, my friend? This one will be sigma maximum, 200 megapascal. So when you are checking which one is maximum, don't see the sign. You only have to check their magnitude, my friend. Okay, so do you understand this? Very good if you understand. Very good if you understand, my friend. So whenever you need to calculate sigma maximum, what you will do, my friend? You will calculate the principal stresses. Let's say I give you a problem. Okay, let's say I give you a problem. Let's say this is your problem. Okay, let's say this is your problem. Let's say there are different stresses acting on a body. Okay, and I have given you all the values of stresses. Okay, and I ask you calculate sigma maximum. What you will do, my friend? What will be your first step? Your first step will be to find the principal stresses, because sigma maximum is maximum of principal stresses. So if you see this type of problem where you need to calculate sigma max, what you will do? First calculate principal stresses, then find out which principal stresses is maximum. Okay. Now in case of biaxial stress, sigma 3 is always 0. In case of triaxial stress, you will get all three, sigma 1, sigma 2, sigma 3. But in case of biaxial stress, sigma 3 is 0. You will only get sigma 1 and sigma 2. So you have to calculate sigma 1 and 2 and you have to check which one will be maximum. Don't think that sigma 1 will always be maximum. Don't think sigma 1 will always be maximum. Sigma 2 can also be maximum. So you have to calculate both sigma 1 as well as sigma 2 and then you have to check which one is maximum, my friend. Okay, do you understand this? Do you understand this? Very good, my friend. So what is the other use of principal stresses? We have to calculate sigma maximum, then we have to find principal stress. Okay, now my friend, we can also use principal stresses to calculate maximum shear stress. Okay, to calculate maximum shear stress. Now my friend, there is a very important and a very unique concept that you need to understand. Most of the books are also wrong about this concept. Okay, mostly Indian books are wrong about the concept of maximum shear stress. Most of the students also are wrong about this concept. So I am explaining the right concept. You have to understand it very clearly, my friend. Okay, you have to understand it very clearly, because most of the people make a mistake in this concept. How to find maximum shear stress? Okay, so I am explaining the real concept, the true concept, the correct concept of maximum shear stress. Please focus here, my friend. Okay, there are two types of maximum shear stress. The first one is known as maximum in plane shear stress. Maximum in plane shear stress. Now, what is maximum in plane shear stress? That you have to understand. You have to understand the meaning of in plane, my friend. Okay, you have to understand the meaning of in plane. See, my friend, all these stresses, sigma x, sigma y, tau xy, all these stresses are lying in a single plane, right? All these stresses, where you are drawing these stresses? You are drawing these stresses on this plane, right? On the plane of the board. Okay, on the plane of the board, you are drawing all these stresses. Maybe their direction is different. One is acting like this, one is acting like this. Their directions are different, but they are lying in the single plane. All these arrows, they are lying in the single plane. This arrow, this arrow, this arrow, this arrow, all they are lying in a single plane. All these stresses are known as in plane stresses. What is in plane, my friend? They are all lying in the plane of loading. The load is acting in this plane. Okay, this is the plane of loading. Okay, let's say this is a body. Let's say this is a body. Okay, let's say this is a body. Okay, there are different planes of this body. Okay, this plane, this particular plane, let me tell you, this particular plane is the plane of loading, my friend. Okay, this particular plane is the plane of loading. Okay, look at this diagram. Look at this diagram. Do you see this rectangle? This is that rectangle, my friend. This plane is the plane of loading. Let's say this is the body. Then this plane, my friend, if I cut it like this from center, if I cut this box from center, then this plane is the plane of loading, and all these stresses are lying in this plane. For example, here sigma x is lying in this plane, sigma y is also lying in this plane. This arrow, these two arrows are lying in this plane. So these stresses, all these stresses are known as in plane stresses. They are nothing but stresses in the plane of loading, my friend. Okay, now my friend, if you calculate tau maximum in this plane, in the plane of loading, if you calculate tau maximum, then it is known as maximum in plane shear stress. Okay, and what will be the value of maximum in plane shear stress? Maximum in plane shear stress is denoted by tau 12. Why tau 12? Because this tau is calculated using this Mohr circle, 1-2 Mohr circle. What will be the value of this tau maximum, my friend? It will be equal to the radius of this Mohr circle. This is r. Okay, this is r. Okay, this is the tau maximum, right? But this is tau maximum only in this plane. So it is known as maximum in plane shear stress. Okay, what will be the value, my friend? What is the radius of Mohr circle? It is given by this root over sigma x plus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. So this is maximum in plane shear stress. Maximum in plane shear stress. You can also calculate it using this equation, my friend. See, what is this, my friend? This is the diameter of Mohr circle from 1 to 2. This is diameter of Mohr circle. What will be this distance, my friend? Sigma 1 minus sigma 1 2. This will be this distance from 1 to 2. What will be this distance? Sigma 1 minus sigma 2, right? So sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is the diameter. So what will be the radius, my friend? Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. This will be the radius of Mohr circle. So you can calculate the radius using this equation. You can also calculate radius using this equation. This is the diameter, so half of this will be the radius. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 is the diameter, so half will be the radius. So you can calculate using this equation, or you can use this equation. This is what? Maximum in plane shear stress, tau 12. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Very good, my friend. Very good if you understand this. Tau 12 is what? Maximum in plane shear stress. Whatever shear stress we calculate from this diagram, it is only maximum in plane shear stress. But there are other planes also, my friend. There are other planes also, and if you calculate tau maximum of all the planes, if you calculate tau maximum of all different planes, then it is known as absolute maximum shear stress. Absolute maximum shear stress, my friend. Absolute maximum shear stress. Okay, if you calculate maximum shear stress out of all the plane, first you have calculated maximum shear stress only in this plane, but if you calculate shear stresses out of all the planes, then it will be known as absolute maximum. Now what will be the value of absolute maximum? Let's understand. Okay, right now we have two principal plane. This is plane number 1, this is plane number 2, right? But there is a third principal plane also. I told you there is a third principal plane. What is the third principal plane, my friend? 0, right? Third principal stress is 0. So the third principal plane will be here. First principal stress is this much, second principal stress is this much, third principal stress is 0, right? Now this is one more circle, my friend. This is one more circle. This is one more circle, right? But there are two other more circle. There are two other more circle. By joining 2 and 3, you will get one more circle, and by joining 3 and 1, you will get one more circle. So actually, you can draw 3 more circle between 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 1. Now if you have these 3 circles and I ask you what is absolute maximum shear stress, what you will calculate? You will calculate the radius of the biggest circle. Tau maximum, absolute maximum shear stress, tau maximum will be equal to maximum of sigma 1 minus 2 by 2, 2 minus 3 by 2 and 3 minus 1 by 2. Whenever I ask you to calculate maximum shear stress, absolute maximum shear stress, what you have to see? You have to calculate all these 3 radius. What is this? It is the radius of 1, 2. Okay. This is the radius 1 minus 2 by 2. What is this? 2 minus 3 by 2. This is the radius of this circle 2, 3. What is this? Sigma 3 minus 1 by 2. This is the radius of this circle 1, 3. So you have to check out of these 3 which radius is the biggest radius, which one is the maximum. So in this particular example, which one is the maximum, my friend? The radius of this circle 1, 3, right? This one is maximum. So do you understand the difference between maximum in plane shear stress and absolute maximum shear stress? My friend, you only need to understand one thing. Whenever we draw Mohr circle between 1, 2, whatever tau max we are getting from this Mohr circle, it is maximum in plane shear stress. Okay? And if I ask you absolute maximum, then you have to consider this third plane also. You will see 1, 2, 2, 3 and 1, 3. All 3 circles, and then you have to find which one is maximum. Now my friend, in exam, let's say you are writing the paper of GATE. Okay, let's say you are appearing in GATE exam and you find a question of complex stress and they ask you what is maximum shear stress. So which one will you calculate? Will you calculate in plane or will you calculate absolute maximum? So by default, you will calculate this. By default means if they are only mentioning maximum shear stress, then which one will you calculate? You will calculate absolute maximum. Okay, if they only mention calculate maximum shear stress, which one will you calculate? Absolute maximum. Okay, by default, you have to calculate absolute maximum. But if they specifically ask, you calculate maximum in plane shear stress, then you will calculate tau 1, 2. So do you understand this? If you find a question on tau maximum If they have not mentioned anything, if they have just written calculate maximum shear stress, always calculate absolute maximum. But if they mention in the question calculate maximum in plane shear stress, then you calculate tau 1 2. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? So in GATE, I don't know about other exams. In other exams, even the questions are sometimes wrong. Even the questions are sometimes wrong. They will mention that calculate tau max and they will give you in the option tau 1 2. Okay, there will be no absolute maximum. So in the question, sometimes they don't give you absolute maximum, but in GATE exam, the questions are never wrong. Okay, in GATE exams, 99.99% times questions are not wrong. So if you get a question in GATE, they will specifically mention which tau maximum you have to calculate, whether you have to calculate maximum in plane or you have to calculate absolute maximum. In some cases you will see that they ask both. They ask both. Calculate maximum in plane also and absolute maximum also. Okay, you will see a question in previous year questions. You will see a question where they ask what is maximum in plane shear stress and what is absolute maximum shear stress. So you should know the difference between two. Maximum in plane means shear stress that you get from this Mohr circle. Absolute maximum means shear stress that you get from all three circles. Tau max considering all three circles. Okay, so this is shear stress. Okay, in maximum books, especially Indian author books, they have not even mentioned this concept, but this is a very important concept. Okay, this is a very important concept. In machine design, whenever you have to design a body using tau max, which tau max will you calculate? Absolute maximum. In machine design, you will not even have to check whether you need maximum in plane or absolute maximum. In machine design, you always use absolute maximum, because if you want to design a body, then you will not consider only one plane. If you want to design this box, you can't consider only one plane. You have to consider every plane. So if you want to design this box, which tau maximum will you use? Absolute maximum you will use. Okay, but in strength of material, they can ask you maximum in plane shear stress also. Specifically, they will mention calculate maximum in plane, so you will only calculate maximum in plane. If they have not mentioned anything, then which one will you calculate? Absolute maximum. कुछ भी नहीं बोला है, कुछ भी नहीं दिया हुआ है, सिर्फ अगर मैक्सिमम shear stress निकालने के लिए बोला जाए तो आप कौन सा shear stress निकालेंगे? अगर कुछ भी नहीं दिया है क्वेश्चन में, अगर सिर्फ ये लिखा है कि कैलकुलेट मैक्सिमम shear stress, तो कौन सा shear stress निकालना है? एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम. बाय डिफॉल्ट कौन सा निकालना है? एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम. अगर लिखा है अलग से कि इन प्लेन निकालो, तो फिर इन प्लेन कैलकुलेट करोगे. इन प्लेन मतलब कि इस सर्कल का रेडियस, एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम मतलब इन तीनों सर्कल का रेडियस. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? वेरी गुड माय फ्रेंड, वेरी गुड. सो दिस वाज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल do not understand this concept. So you have to understand the difference between in plane and absolute maximum. Okay, all right my friend, all right my friend. Now my friend, we have seen how to calculate sigma maximum, how to calculate tau maximum. Now my friend, sometimes they ask you find the plane of maximum shear stress, find the plane of maximum shear stress. And which maximum shear stress my friend? In plane. Okay, in plane. Find the plane of maximum shear stress. Okay, find the plane of maximum shear stress. So how we can calculate the plane of maximum shear stress my friend? How we can find the plane of maximum shear stress? Look at this my friend, look at this, look at this my friend, look at the Mohr circle, look at the Mohr circle. This is vertical plane, this is horizontal plane. Look at this, this is your vertical plane, right? This is your vertical plane, this is your principal plane number 1. You are getting one tau maximum here and one tau maximum here, right? In plane I am talking about. Okay, I am talking about in plane. So you are getting one tau maximum here and one tau maximum here. Okay, look at this my friend, look at this. What is this angle my friend? This is 2 theta p1. And what is this angle my friend? 90 degree, right? Now you have to find the angle of vertical plane from this plane, from here to here. What do you need to calculate? Plane of maximum shear stress. Okay, you need to find the plane of maximum shear stress, means at which plane shear stress is maximum. So from vertical plane to this plane, we calculate all the angles from vertical plane. I told you yesterday, we calculate all the angles from vertical plane. So this is your vertical plane. So from here to here, you have to calculate this entire angle. You have to calculate this total angle. This total angle. Okay. Let's call it theta S1. Okay. The plane of maximum shear stress, let's call it theta S1. So how will you calculate theta S1, my friend? I told you every angle theta becomes 2 theta here. So whatever you are getting here, it is double. Okay, you have to divide it by 2. So here what will be the angle? 2 theta P1 plus 90. Half of this, what will be actual angle? Theta P1 plus 45 degree. So for the first plane of maximum shear stress, what is the angle? Theta P1 plus 45 degree. You know the formula of theta P1? Half of tan inverse of 2 tau xy by sigma x minus sigma y. I have derived the equation of theta P1 in yesterday's class. I derived the equation of theta P1. So what you need to calculate whenever they ask, find the plane of maximum shear stress. Okay, this is the principal plane. This is the principal plane where sigma is maximum. There is a plane where tau is maximum. So you need to find the angle of that plane. This is the plane where tau is maximum. You need to find the angle of this plane from vertical plane. So how will you calculate it, my friend? The angle of this plane from vertical plane will be this theta P1 plus 45 degree. Here it is 90 degree. Actually it will become 45 degree. And what will be the second plane? What is the angle between this plane and this plane? Here the angle is 180 degree. So actual angle will be 90 degree. So just add 90 in this. Theta S1 plus 90, or you can write theta P1 plus 135. So these are the planes of maximum shear stress. Theta P1 plus 45 and theta P1 plus 135 degree. Do you understand this? Very good if you understand this. Very good, my friend. Very good. So what you have to do? Nothing, my friend. Just calculate theta P1 from the formula. Add 45 degree. You will get plane of maximum shear stress. What is this plane of maximum shear stress? It is the plane where tau is maximum, my friend. Which maximum? In plane maximum. Do you understand this? All right, my friend. All right, my friend. Now, my friend, let's solve a problem based on this. Okay, we have seen all different concepts. We have seen the concept of principal plane. We have seen the concept of principal stresses. We have seen the concept of sigma maximum. We have seen the concept of tau maximum. एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं इस कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर. ठीक है, एक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हैं. नाउ माय फ्रेंड, you have to solve the problem using formula. I told you different methods, but you have to solve the numericals using formula. Maximum numericals you have to solve using formula, direct formula. Okay, Mohr circle is also a method to calculate all these things, but don't use Mohr circle because it will become very tedious process. Okay, so always use direct formula. Okay, always use direct formula. And if you have understood all this that I have explained, ठोको ताली my friend, ठोको likes, अभी के अभी likes ठोको my friend, hit the like button, like button ठोको, ठोक के तोड़ दो like button को, तोड़ दो like button को, आज like button को तोड़ी दो, like button दबा के. Now my friend, now I will give you a numerical and we will see how we can calculate all these things. Okay, अभी तक सिर्फ कॉन्सेप्ट देखा, न्यूमेरिकल से एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू समझते हैं इन चीजों को कैलकुलेट कैसे करेंगे. ओके, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. नाउ आई वांट यू टू सॉल्व ऑल दिस. मैं पहले ही बता चुका हूं, सारी चीजें मैं खुद नहीं सॉल्व करने वाला हूं. यू हैव टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस विद मी माय फ्रेंड. पहले ही मैंने बोल रखा है, मेरी क्लास में जब भी बैठोगे नोटबुक और कैलकुलेटर हाथ में होना चाहिए. नोटबुक और कैलकुलेटर हाथ में होना चाहिए. फोन हाथ में पकड़ के बैठ के सिर्फ वीडियो नहीं देखना है माय फ्रेंड. पिक्चर नहीं चल रही है माय फ्रेंड. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, बहुत मेहनत से पढ़ा रहा हूं, तो बहुत मेहनत से आप लोगों को पढ़ना भी है. सो प्लीज ओपन योर नोटबुक एंड ओपन योर कैलकुलेटर एंड सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन विथ मी. तभी तो समझोगे कि कहां अटक रहे हो, तभी तो समझोगे कि क्या नहीं समझे हो. क्या नहीं समझे हो ये समझने के लिए बहुत जरूरी है कि ये न्यूमेरिकल आप खुद बना के देखो. जहां अटकोगे वहां समझ आ जाएगा कि ये प्रॉब्लम अपने को नहीं बन रहा है, ये कॉन्सेप्ट हमको समझ में नहीं आया है. So do you understand my point? Okay, so solve this numerical on your own. On your own. Solve this numerical on your own. नोटबुक और कैलकुलेटर हाथ में रखो और इस न्यूमेरिकल को सॉल्व करो. 150 मेगा पास्कल, लेट्स कॉल 70 मेगा पास्कल, 50 मेगा पास्कल. Do you understand how to draw this diagram, my friend? Do you understand how to draw and how to find the values? What is this representing? Sigma x. What is this representing? Sigma y. And these arrows, this value is what? Tau xy. Okay, sigma x, sigma y, tau xy. Sign convention कल हमने डिस्कस किया था. We have discussed the sign convention of sigma. We have discussed the sign convention of tau. Sigma, if it is tensile, it is positive. If sigma is compressive, it is negative. This is the sign convention of sigma, my friend. Okay, this is the sign convention of sigma. Tau के लिए क्या sign convention बताया था? अगर ऐसा tau है, if the tau is acting like this, positive, इसका उल्टा tau है, negative. ऐसा tau लग रहा है जैसा अभी मैंने डायग्राम में बनाया है. If this is the tau, then it is positive. So in our case, tau is positive. इसका उल्टा है, then negative. Do you understand it, my friend? I have explained all these things in yesterday's class. That's why I am telling again and again that if you have any doubt after this lecture end, go to the last lecture and then understand all these concepts. Okay? Now what you have to calculate? What you have to calculate? First you have to calculate principal stresses. Okay? Calculate principal stresses. Second you have to calculate angle of principal planes from vertical. वर्टिकल प्लेन से प्रिंसिपल प्लेन के एंगल्स कैलकुलेट करने हैं. एंगल ऑफ प्रिंसिपल प्लेन्स फ्रॉम वर्टिकल. वॉट एवर इक्वेशंस वी हैव डिराइव्ड दे आर फ्रॉम वर्टिकल. जो भी एंगल का इक्वेशन है वो सारे वर्टिकल से ही है. ओके, ऐसा इसलिए अलग से लिख रहा हूं बिकॉज इन क्वेश्चन they might ask you to calculate angle from horizontal also. In some books you will see that they are calculating angles from horizontal. No problem my friend, no problem. अगर आपको vertical से angle पता है तो horizontal से नहीं निकाल सकते क्या? अगर vertical से angle 30 डिग्री है तो horizontal से क्या होगा? 60 डिग्री होगा, right? तो आपको जो फॉर्मूले लिए हुए हैं वो vertical से हैं. Whatever formula we have derived, we have considered theta from vertical. If in the question they are asking theta from horizontal, no problem, very easily you can find it, right? All right. So what you have to calculate? Principal stress, angle of principal plane from vertical, then maximum in plane and absolute maximum shear stress. मैक्सिमम इन प्लेन शियर स्ट्रेस एंड एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम शियर स्ट्रेस. दोनों निकालो, दोनों निकालो. हो सकता है दोनों एक ही हो. इन सम केसेस मैक्सिमम इन प्लेन एंड एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम बोथ कैन बी सेम. ओके, नाउ यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट ऑल दीज थिंग्स you from this diagram. So calculate it my friend. Formula आपको पता है. Calculate all these things. Calculate all these things. I want you to calculate all these things on your own. Calculate all these things. जल्दी कैलकुलेट करो और लाइव चैट में बताओ मेरे को. जल्दी कैलकुलेट करके लाइव चैट में टेल मी what are the values of these. What is principal stress? What are the angles of principal plane? And what are maximum in plane and absolute maximum shear stress? Tell me my friend. Tell me the values of all these things. जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. सबसे पहले सिग्मा x की वैल्यू बताओ. What is sigma x? What is sigma x? It is 150 and it is tensile, so it will be positive. So sigma x is 150. What is sigma y? What is sigma y, my friend? What is sigma y? 70, but it is compressive. Sigma y is compressive, so it will be minus 70, my friend. Sigma y will be minus 70. Now what will be tau? इस प्लेन में मैंने कल बताया था, on this plane, if tau is acting upward, tau is positive. If tau is acting downward, tau is negative. So in our example, tau is positive. Tau xy is positive. How much? 50 megapascal. So these are the values of sigma x, sigma y and tau xy, my friend. So what will be the values of sigma x, sigma y and tau xy? What will be the values, my friend? What will be the values? Tell me. Now प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस का फॉर्मूला आपको पता है, सिग्मा 1 2, आई कैन राइट इट लाइक दिस, सिग्मा 1 2 इक्वल टू सिग्मा एक्स प्लस सिग्मा वाई बाय 2 प्लस माइनस रूट ओवर सिग्मा एक्स माइनस सिग्मा वाई बाय 2 होल स्क्वायर प्लस tau xy square. These are the equations of sigma 1 and sigma 2. If you consider positive sign, you get 1 sigma. If you consider negative sign, you get 1 sigma, right? So calculate what will be sigma 1 and what will be sigma 2. Calculate what will be sigma 1 and what will be sigma 2. Calculate it. Tell me the values of sigma 1 and sigma 2, my friend. Tell me the values of sigma 1 and sigma 2. Sigma 1 की वैल्यू क्या होगी, तुरंत बताओ कैलकुलेट करके. कैलकुलेट एंड टेल मी व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ सिग्मा 1, माय फ्रेंड. टेल मी द वैल्यू ऑफ सिग्मा 1 राइट नाउ. सिग्मा x, सिग्मा y, tau xy, जस्ट पुट द वैल्यूज इन दिस एंड टेल मी द वैल्यू ऑफ सिग्मा 1. व्हाट विल बी सिग्मा 1, माय फ्रेंड? लेट मी कैलकुलेट इट इन माय कैलकुलेटर, यू कैलकुलेट इट ऑन योर कैलकुलेटर. मेरे से तो ज्यादा ही स्पीड होनी चाहिए आप लोगों की. ओके, सो व्हाट विल बी दिस? सिग्मा x प्लस सिग्मा y बाय 2 प्लस रूट ओवर सिग्मा x माइनस सिग्मा y बाय 2 होल स्क्वायर. ध्यान रखना सिग्मा y इज नेगेटिव, सिग्मा y इज नेगेटिव. सिग्मा y is negative, my friend. You have to understand it. जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी. आई एम वेटिंग. एक सेकेंड. I have to calculate it differently because my calculator does not consider this. 150 plus 70 by 2 plus tau xy 50. Tell me the answer, my friend. Tell me the answer quickly. So this value is 14600, right? And what is this value? Sigma x plus sigma y by 2. 150 minus 70, 80 by 2, 40. 40 plus root over this. Okay. So sigma 1 will be equal to 40 plus root over 14600. 160.83. 160.83 megapascal. Sigma 1 is 160.83 megapascal. Sigma 2 will be how much? Minus 80.83 megapascal. Are you getting this? Very good if you are getting this. If you are getting this, very good. If you are not getting this, don't worry. Just look at the sign convention. Sign में कहीं गड़बड़ कर रहे हो, इसलिए गलत आंसर आ रहा होगा. Sigma 1, sigma 2, we have calculated the principal stresses. Are you getting these values, my friend? 160.83 and minus 80.83. These are the two principal stresses. One is tensile and one is compressive. Very good if you are getting it. Very good if you are getting it. So we have calculated principal stresses. Sigma 1 is 160.83 and sigma 2 minus 80.83. Very good if you are getting these values. Now the second question, my friend. Second question, my friend. Angle of principal planes from vertical. So I told you how to calculate the angles. How to calculate them. First principal plane is this. Okay, first principal plane is this. So this is theta p1. And what was the equation of theta p1, my friend? Theta p1 is half of tan inverse 2 tau xy by sigma x minus sigma y. रखो इसमें वैल्यू एंड टेल मी द आंसर. टेल मी द आंसर राइट नाउ, माय फ्रेंड. टेल मी द आंसर राइट नाउ. सो दिस इज tan inverse of 2 tau xy. Tau xy is 50. डिवाइडेड बाय सिग्मा एक्स 150 माइनस सिग्मा वाई, माइनस माइनस हो जाएगा प्लस 70, सो 0.42। अच्छा ये रेडियन में है, इसको डिग्री में कन्वर्ट करना मत भूले, इसको डिग्री में कन्वर्ट करना मत भूले, सो डिग्री में कन्वर्ट करना मत भूले। सो 10 इनवर्स ऑफ 2 tau xy means 100 divided by 150 plus 70, 220, 24.44 degree, but we have to also take half of it, 12.22 degree, 12.22 degree. Are you getting this? Theta p1 12.22 degree, and what will be theta p2? 90 plus 12.22, 90 बस ऐड कर देना है, 90 प्लस 12.22 तो ये हो जाएगा 102.22 डिग्री, 102.22 डिग्री, 90 plus 12.22, so one angle is 12.22, another angle is 102.22. This is the second principal plane, दोनों के बीच का एंगल 90 डिग्री होना चाहिए, तो 90 ऐड करो, you will get 102.22 degree. So these are the angles of principal plane. Are you getting this? Very good, my friend. Now, what did I ask you to calculate? Maximum in plane and absolute maximum. Maximum in plane means, maximum in plane shear stress means tau 12, right? Maximum in plane shear stress means tau 12. So how will you calculate tau 12? Very easy. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. So what is tau 12, my friend? What is tau 12? What is tau 12? 160.83 plus 80.83 by 2. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. नेगेटिव नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. So 160.83 plus 80.83 by 2. It is 120.83. This is maximum in plane shear stress. Now absolute maximum. Absolute maximum के लिए आपको चेक करना पड़ेगा तीनों सर्कल. So कैसे चेक करेंगे my friend? How to check? Very simple my friend, very simple. Your first principal stress is here positive, right? First principal stress is here positive, second principal stress is here negative, and third principal stress is 0. In case of biaxial stress, this is biaxial stress, third principal stress is 0. कौन सा सर्कल सबसे बड़ा होगा? 1 2 2 3 1 3. कौन सा सबसे बड़ा होगा? 1 2 will be the biggest circle, right? 1 2 will be the biggest circle. So this one is also absolute maximum. This one is also absolute maximum. So in this problem, maximum in plane and absolute maximum shear stress both are same, my friend. Both are same. Maximum in plane is also this much and absolute maximum is also this much, my friend. Very easily we have calculated the tau maximum also. Tau maximum also. So do you understand this problem? My friend, I can also show you the Mohr circle of this. I can also show you the Mohr circle of this problem. Mohr circle बना के मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूं, समझा सकता हूं ये सारी वैल्यूज कैसे आ रही है. ओके, तो समझते हैं Mohr सर्कल से ये वैल्यूज जो हैं कैसे कैसे आ रही हैं. कैलकुलेट नहीं करेंगे, but we have to understand the Mohr circle of this. Okay, we don't need to calculate the values from Mohr circle, but if you understand the Mohr circle, it will give you an insight. आपको ये समझ में आएगा कहां से क्या चीजें आ रही हैं, ये क्यों इतना आंसर आ रहा है. ओके, so what is the coordinate of vertical plane? What is the coordinate of vertical plane? What is x coordinate? 150. What is y coordinate? 50. What is the coordinate of horizontal plane? What is x coordinate? -70. Y coordinate -50. Okay, अगर tau xy vertical plane में 50 है तो horizontal plane में it will be -50. Okay, so plus sigma plus tau, it will be somewhere here. Okay, here plus sigma plus tau, somewhere here 150. Let's call it 150 and let's say this is 50. Okay, so this is your vertical plane and horizontal plane -70 and -50. So -70 somewhere here, -50 here. Okay, this is your horizontal plane. Draw this and you will get what? Draw this and you will get the diameter of Mohr circle, and this will be your Mohr circle. This will be your Mohr circle. This will be your Mohr circle. अब मोर सर्कल ड्रॉ करके आपको समझ में आएगा कि वैल्यूज का रेंज क्या होना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट्स से आपने एग्जाम में सवाल बनाया एंड यू नीड टू नो वेदर योर आंसर्स आर करेक्ट और नॉट. So you can very easily tally your answer. Okay, look at this, my friend. Look at this. This is principal plane number 1 and this is vertical plane, right? So you can see that the principal stress is not that greater from stress on vertical plane. What is the stress on vertical plane? यहां पे stress कितना था? 150. यहां horizontal plane में कितना था? -70. So sigma 1 is not that great from 150. It is near to 150. That's why how much you are getting? 160.83. Correct answer. Sigma 2 also, it is not that great from -70. It is near to -70. So what is sigma 2? -80.83. So do you understand? By drawing the Mohr circle, you will easily tell whether your answers are correct or not. Then my friend, what was the angle? First angle कितना आ रहा था? First angle कितना आ रहा था? 12 point something आ रहा था. यहां पर देखो, this is the angle between vertical plane and first plane, 2 theta p1. Okay, means 2 into 12.22. 2 into 12.22 लग रहा है? 25 डिग्री के आसपास लग रहा है, right? So your answer is correct, my friend. Your answer is correct, my friend. Do you understand these things? Do you understand these things? You can draw the Mohr circle and you can check whether your answers are correct or not. So यहां से हमको समझ में आ रहा है कि जो आंसर हमने कैलकुलेट किए हैं वो इस रेंज में है. अदरवाइज अगर बहुत ही कुछ अजीब सी वैल्यू आ रही है तो आपको मोर सर्कल से समझ में आ जाएगा दैट यू हैव कैलकुलेटेड द थिंग्स रॉन्ग. ओके, सो डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? You can use the Mohr circle to check whether your answer is right or wrong. Okay, whether your answer is in the correct range or not. Okay, all right, my friend. All right. So this was one question. We will solve some more questions. We will solve some more question. Interesting question, my friend. Interesting question. If you are able to solve these questions very easily, then hit the like button right now. अगर ये सब समझ में आ रहा है, आसान लग रहा है, तो थोड़ा श्रेय तो मुझे जाता है, थोड़ा श्रेय तो मुझे जाता है, थोड़ा क्रेडिट तो मुझे जाता है. तो उसके लिए क्या करना है? हिट द लाइक बटन राइट नाउ. हिट द लाइक बटन राइट नाउ. एंड टू सपोर्ट मी व्हाट यू कैन डू, इस वीडियो को जितना हो सके उतना शेयर करो. फेसबुक में ग्रुप्स हैं आपके, फेसबुक के ग्रुप्स में सेंड करो. फेसबुक के दोस्त हैं उनको भेजो. फेसबुक में पोस्ट करो. व्हाट्सएप के ग्रुप से, कॉलेज के ग्रुप से, उनमें लिंक्स को सेंड करो. प्लीज शेयर दीज वीडियोस टू ऑल योर फ्रेंड्स. इसको कोरोना की तरह फैला दो. जैसे अभी कोरोना फैला हुआ है पूरे इंडिया में, वैसे ही ये वीडियोस फैलने चाहिए पूरे इंडिया में. तब जाके इस पूरी मेहनत का कोई फायदा होगा माय फ्रेंड. ओके, सो प्लीज share these videos like coronavirus. This should be viral. These videos should be viral, my friend. Okay, all right, my friend. Let's solve some more problems. Let's solve some more amazing problems, my friend. Okay, so this time I will consider the problems from GATE. GATE को क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे my friend. कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट समझने के लिए GATE के क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे. तो सबसे पहला सवाल GATE 2015 का. GATE 2015 का पहला सवाल आपके सामने पेश है my friend. GATE 2015. This question is from GATE 2015. देखते हैं आप में से कितने लोग बना पाते हैं. Let's see if you can solve this problem or not, my friend. Okay, this is directly from GATE. So if you can solve this problem, means you have understood everything. Okay, so you have plane stress condition. Sigma x, sigma y, and tau xy is given. Plane stress condition is mentioned. Sigma x is 20 megapascal. Sigma y is how much? 80 megapascal, and tau xy is 40 megapascal. Tau xy is 40 megapascal. Sigma x, sigma y, and tau xy is given, and they are asking you to calculate maximum shear stress. Calculate maximum shear stress. Tell me what will be the maximum shear stress, my friend. And if nothing is mentioned, which one do you need to calculate? Absolute maximum. क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ बोल रहा है कैलकुलेट मैक्सिमम शियर स्ट्रेस, तो क्या कैलकुलेट करोगे? एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम. ओके, सो कैलकुलेट व्हाट विल बी मैक्सिमम शियर स्ट्रेस, माय फ्रेंड. क्विकली What is the first step towards calculating sigma max और tau max? जब भी sigma max और tau max पूछेगा, सबसे पहले क्या निकालना है, सबसे पहले क्या कैलकुलेट करना है? जब भी sigma max और tau max पूछा जाएगा, first you need to find the principal stresses. So calculate the principal stresses in this. Calculate the principal stresses, my friend. Calculate the principal stress. पहले principal stress निकालो. Calculate the principal stresses. Calculate the principal stresses. क्या आ रहा है? What are the values? What are the values? Sigma 1 2 equal to, what will be the values, my friend? What will be the value? Sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus root over sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square tau xy square. So what you are getting, my friend? Tell me what you are getting. What you are getting? This will become how much? 50 plus minus root over. This will become 60 square plus 40 square, right? Sorry, 30 square plus 40 square. So this will become sigma 1 2 equal to 50 plus minus 50. So sigma 1 will be 100 and sigma 2 will be 0 and sigma 3 is always 0. In case of biaxial stress, sigma 3 is always 0. So which one will be absolute maximum? What will be tau maximum, my friend? What is tau maximum? Tau maximum is maximum of sigma 1 minus 2 by 2, 2 minus 3 by 2 and 3 minus 1 by 2, right? तो अगर मैक्सिमम कैलकुलेट किया जाए तो क्या आएगा? 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2. Which one will be? Which will be how much? 50 megapascal. So what is tau maximum, my friend? 50 megapascal. इस केस में 2 और 3 दोनों 0 है. There is only one stress, sigma 1. If you draw the circle, you will get this. This is 1. Sorry, this is 1. 2 and 3 both are here. So there will be only one circle. And what will be the radius, my friend? Sigma 1 by 2. So tau maximum is 50 megapascal. यही maximum in plane भी है और यही absolute maximum भी है. This is in plane and absolute maximum both, my friend. Okay, both stresses are this much. Okay, now my friend, next question. Next question. I am giving you next question, my friend. Next question, very interesting question. Next question is also interesting question. Another question from GATE 2015. Another question from GATE 2015. अभी बढ़िया बढ़िया क्वेश्चन करने वाले हैं तो ठोको लाइक्स ठोको, लाइक करो, इस वीडियो को लाइक करो, जितना हो सके लाइक करो. ज्यादा से ज्यादा सवाल अगर बनवाने हैं तो लाइक करो, माय फ्रेंड. इफ यू वांट मी टू सॉल्व as maximum number of question, if you want me solve a lot of question, hit the like button, encourage me, my friend. I need encouragement from you. So this another question is also from GATE 2015. So this question is very simple, one step question only, one step question. Principal stresses are given. Principal stresses at a point are 120 megapascal, minus 50 megapascal and 10 megapascal. Principal stresses are given. You have to calculate tau maximum. Find maximum shear stress. तुरंत आंसर बताओ, जल्दी आंसर बताओ, जल्दी. 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है, आपके पास सिर्फ 30 सेकंड है. You only have 30 seconds to solve this problem. Tell me the answer. Tell me the answer quickly. Quickly, my friend. Quickly. Tell me the answer. Which one will be maximum, my friend? 1 minus 2, 2 minus 3, 3 minus 1. I told you in these cases what you have to do. Very easy. ये सर्कल ड्रॉ कर लो और तुरंत निकल जाएगा आंसर. ये सर्कल ड्रॉ कर लो. 120 कहां आएगा, my friend? सर्कल पे 120 कहां आएगा? It will be somewhere here. 120 minus 50 कहां आएगा? It will be somewhere here. minus 50. 10 कहां आएगा, यहां आएगा। तो सबसे बड़ा सर्कल कौन सा बनेगा माय फ्रेंड, सबसे बड़ा सर्कल कौन सा बनेगा, 120 और 50 को मिला के, 120 एंड 50। सो व्हाट विल बी योर टाउ मैक्सिमम माय फ्रेंड, 120 minus of 50 divided by 2. So what will be tau maximum my friend, what will be tau maximum, 120 plus 50, 170 by 2 means 85 megapascal, 85 megapascal, 85 megapascal. This will be your absolute maximum shear stress my friend. This is a question from triaxial stress. ट्राइएक्सियल स्ट्रेस का क्वेश्चन है, आपको तीनों प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेस दिए हैं, सिग्मा 1, सिग्मा 2, सिग्मा 3. So you have to check everything, 1 minus 2, 2 minus 3, 3 minus 1. So what is your tau maximum my friend, 85 megapascal my friend. So this was a question from GATE 2015. बहुत सिंपल क्वेश्चन था, 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन था. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन माय फ्रेंड, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन बहुत इजी सवाल है, बहुत इजी सवाल है, बहुत इजी सवाल है. स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस आपको दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन का, ये दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम गेट 2012. वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. एक बार सब कुछ समझ में आ गया तो सब कुछ इजी ही लगेगा. एक बार सब कुछ आसानी से समझ आ गया देन तो एवरीथिंग इज वेरी इजी, राइट. सो इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड एवरीथिंग then every question will be very easy for you. If you don't understand, then these question will be the question which you will find very difficult. So what is the question my friend, sigma x, sigma y and tau xy is given. Sigma x is 40 megapascal my friends, sigma y is 100 megapascal my friends, tau xy is 40 megapascal. Okay, sigma x, sigma y and tau xy, these three things are given. What you need to calculate, find radius of Mohr circle, find the radius of Mohr's circle. Fatafat, you know the formula of radius of Mohr circle, right? You know the formula of radius of Mohr circle. You don't need to draw the Mohr circle to find out the radius. Okay, you don't need to draw the Mohr circle. You can draw the Mohr circle also, you can draw the Mohr circle also. Otherwise direct formula लगाओ ना यार, direct formula लगाओ. What is the radius of Mohr circle, direct formula लगाओ. फॉर्मूला याद रखना भी जरूरी है, टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होता. फॉर्मूला याद रखना जरूरी है, फॉर्मूले से टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होता, टाइम बचता है. सो व्हाट इज द रेडियस, रूट ओवर सिग्मा एक्स माइनस सिग्मा वाई बाय 2 होल स्क्वायर प्लस tau xy square, right? This is the equation of radius. So फॉर्मूले में फटाफट वैल्यू रखो और आंसर निकालो. बताओ क्या आ रहा है, बताओ क्या आ रहा है, क्या आ रहा है, क्या आ रहा है. रेडियस ऑफ मोर सर्कल, व्हाट विल बी द रेडियस ऑफ मोर सर्कल, रूट ओवर सिग्मा एक्स माइनस सिग्मा वाई. तो ये हो जाएगा 60 का स्क्वायर, सॉरी सिग्मा वाई बाय 2, तो ये हो जाएगा 30 का स्क्वायर प्लस 40 का स्क्वायर. तो क्या आ रहा है 50 मेगापास्कल. वेरी इजी, वेरी इजीली यू कैन टेल इट विल बी 50 megapascal. Very easily you can find the radius of Mohr circle, 50 megapascal my friend, 50 megapascal, 50 megapascal my friend. Very easily you can find. रेडियस का और सेंटर का फॉर्मूला आपको याद रखना है. व्हाट इज द कोऑर्डिनेट्स ऑफ सेंटर, सिग्मा एक्स प्लस सिग्मा वाई बाय 2 एंड 0. प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन PYQ में आपको यह भी देखने को मिलेगा. PYQ मींस प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन. तो PYQ में ये भी देखने को मिलेगा आपको, सेंटर के ऊपर क्वेश्चन भी देखने को मिलेंगे. सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्मूला एंड यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्मूला. ओके, मोहर सर्कल बनाना तो आता ही है. मोहर सर्कल यू नो हाउ टू ड्रॉ, बट इट विल टेक अ लिटिल टाइम. बट इफ यू नो द फॉर्मूला then you can very easily calculate, very quickly you can calculate these things. Okay, another question, very interesting question. ठीक है, गेट 2019 का क्वेश्चन है, पिछले साल का क्वेश्चन है, गेट 2019 का क्वेश्चन. ओके, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन माय फ्रेंड, स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय अ मोर सर्कल state of stress is given by a Morse circle of radius 100 megapascal, Morse circle of radius 100 megapascal, centered at 200 megapascal, centered at 200 megapascal on a plane passing through, on a plane normal stress is 260 megapascal. On a plane normal stress is 260 megapascal. Find the shear stress on this plane. Do you understand this question, my friend? There is a state of stress represented by Morse circle of radius 100 megapascal, centered at 200 megapascal. This is the radius, this is the center, and they are asking you to calculate tau on a plane where sigma is 260. Calculate tau on a plane. एक प्लेन पे टाउ की वैल्यू निकालनी है जिस पे सिग्मा 260 है. जिस प्लेन पे सिग्मा 260 है उस प्लेन पे टाउ क्या होगा? The plane where sigma is this much, what will be tau? The plane where sigma is 260, what will be tau? So what you have to do, my friend? Draw the Mohr circle. Draw the Mohr circle. Draw the Mohr circle right now. इस प्लेन के लिए Mohr circle ड्रॉ करो. तुरंत तुरंत Mohr circle ड्रॉ किया जाए. इस प्लेन के लिए इस पॉइंट का Mohr circle ड्रॉ किया जाए तुरंत. Draw the Mohr circle, my friend. Mohr circle ड्रॉ करो. क्या आएगा? What is the center? 200. What is the center? 200. And what is the radius? 100. So let's say this is the center 200. This is the radius 100. Okay. So this is the Mohr circle. This is the Mohr circle. Okay. This is the Mohr circle. This is the center 200. Okay. Now the plane where sigma is 260. So sigma will be 260 somewhere here. Okay, this is the point where sigma is 260 and you need to calculate tau. Okay, so this is 200. Okay, and this is 260. So what will be this base? This total is 260. ठीक है, ये center है 200 और ये है 260. This point is 260. This is 200. This is 260. So what will be this base? This base will be how much? ये जो base रहेगा यहां से यहां तक, इस पॉइंट से लेके इस पॉइंट तक, what will be this? 60, right? This is 260, this is 200, so this will be 60, and this is the radius of Mohr circle. So what will be this radius, my friend? 100. And what you need to calculate? You need to calculate this tau. आपको y कोऑर्डिनेट निकालना है, राइट? इस पॉइंट का y कोऑर्डिनेट मतलब इसका ओरिजिन से वर्टिकल डिस्टेंस, आपको ये टाउ निकालना है. ये बेस हो गया आपका 60, ये हो गया आपका 100. You need to calculate this tau. So can you calculate it from this triangle? Very easy. Root over 100 square minus 60 square. Root over 100 square minus 60 square. You will get 80 megapascal, my friend. You will get 80 megapascal. Root over 100 square minus 60 square. Root over 100 square minus 60 square. You are getting 80 megapascal, my friend. Very easily you have calculated root over 100 square minus 60 square. तो मोर सर्कल से बड़ी आसानी से आपने ये सवाल बना लिया. Very easily. GATE 2019 question. Very easily you have calculated it. Very easily you have calculated it. GATE 2019 question, right? Very easily you can find it. Very easily. थोड़े और क्वेश्चन बनाते हैं, थोड़े और क्वेश्चन बनाते हैं. इस बार सिविल इंजीनियरिंग के क्वेश्चन. ऑल दीज क्वेश्चंस वर फ्रॉम मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग, गेट ऑफ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग. दिस टाइम वी विल सॉल्व अ फ्यू प्रॉब्लम्स फ्रॉम सिविल इंजीनियरिंग. ओके, सो इफ यू आर गेटिंग व्हाट आई एम टीचिंग, if you are liking what I am teaching, if you are liking this content, please hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to share these videos everywhere, my friend. This is your duty. This is your responsibility. If you are getting this much content completely free of cost, then this is the way by which you can show your support. आप अपना support इस तरीके से show कर सकते हो. Share these videos to as many people as possible, my friend. Okay, please share these videos. You can see कितना effort लगा रहे हैं हम लोग, हम सब, मेरी पूरी team कितना effort लगा रही है. So please share these videos to as many students as possible, my friend, and show us your support, show us your gratitude, my friend. Thank you very much, my friend, for sharing. If you have shared this video, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my friend. Now I will solve some problems from civil also. So this is a very interesting question. They have given the matrix form and they are asking you to calculate tau max. Okay, they have shown the state of stress in matrix form: 100, 30, 30, 20, all stresses in megapascal, and they are asking to calculate tau maximum. बन जाएगा? बन जाएगा ये सवाल. मैट्रिक्स पढ़ना आता है, कौन सा क्वेश्चन, कौन सा स्ट्रेस कौन सा वाला है, कौन सा सिग्मा एक्स है, कौन सा सिग्मा वाई है. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड इट? यू हैव टू मैच दीज वैल्यूज विद दिस सिग्मा एक्स, सिग्मा वाई, टाउ एक्स वाई, टाउ एक्स वाई. सो व्हाट इज सिग्मा एक्स, माय फ्रेंड? व्हाट इज सिग्मा एक्स? 100 इज योर सिग्मा एक्स. व्हाट इज सिग्मा वाई? 20 इज योर सिग्मा वाई. एंड व्हाट इज टाउ एक्स वाई? 30 इज टाउ एक्स वाई. ओके, तो आपको वैल्यूज मिल गई. अब फटाफट क्या निकालना है? फटाफट क्या निकालना है? सबसे पहले क्या निकालना है माय फ्रेंड? सबसे पहले क्या करेंगे? व्हाट वी हैव टू डू फर्स्ट? वी हैव टू फाइंड द प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस फर्स्ट. सो सिग्मा एक्स इज 100, सिग्मा वाई इज 20 एंड टाउ एक्स वाई इज 30. फटाफट कैलकुलेट कर लो प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस. फटाफट कैलकुलेट कर लो प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस. व्हाट विल बी द प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस माय फ्रेंड? टेल मी. You have the formula of principal stress: sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus root over sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau x y square. इतने सवाल बनवाऊंगा कि फॉर्मूला रटा जाएगा. इतने सवाल बनाएंगे कि फॉर्मूला आज ही याद हो जाएगा. ओके, सो रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्मूला, पुट द वैल्यूज एंड कैलकुलेट द प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेस. टेल मी द प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस. टेल मी द वैल्यूज ऑफ प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेसेस. Quickly tell me the values of principal stresses. Quickly. What will be principal stress number 1? What will be principal stress number 1? Tell me the principal stress number 1. Put the values in the direct formula and calculate the principal stress. तो ये रूट वाली वैल्यू पहले निकाल लेते हैं. तो सिग्मा x माइनस सिग्मा y ये हो जाएगा 30. सिग्मा x माइनस सिग्मा y बाय 2, सॉरी 40. सो रूट ओवर 40 स्क्वायर प्लस 30 स्क्वायर ये हो जाएगा 50. 100 प्लस 2 ये हो जाएगा 60. 60 प्लस माइनस 50, राइट? इतना आ रहा है. सिग्मा x माइनस सिग्मा y बाय 2 ये हो जाएगा रूट ओवर 40 स्क्वायर प्लस 30 स्क्वायर 50. तो सिग्मा 1 will be 6, sigma 1 2 will be 60 plus minus 50. So sigma 1 will be 110 and sigma 2 will be 10 and sigma 3 will be 0. Are you getting these values? Are you getting these values? Are you getting these values, my friend? Are you getting these values? Where was the question? Right. So they have given these values. Now what they need to calculate? What do you need to calculate? You need to calculate maximum shear stress. But my friend, they have given these options. Okay, option देख लो पहले. Option समझ लो. Option समझ लो. Option है 50, 75, 100 and 110. 50, 75, 100 and 110. Okay. अब देखो यहां पे आपको कहीं पे भी एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम दिख रहा है क्या? व्हाट विल बी द एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमम? 1 minus 3 by 2, 55. Do you see 55 here? No. So this means what they are asking you to calculate? In plane shear stress. They have not mentioned this in the question. They have not mentioned this in the question. But you can easily tell. This is the question of GATE 2012. Okay, ये GATE 2012 का क्वेश्चन है. गेट 2012 का क्वेश्चन है, सॉरी 13 का क्वेश्चन है. 13 का क्वेश्चन है. So they have not mentioned that you have to calculate maximum in plane. Okay, they have not mentioned that you have to calculate maximum in plane, but you can't see absolute maximum in the options. Do you see absolute maximum in the options? No. So what we have to calculate? In plane. So what will be in plane, my friend? Tau 1 2. 110 minus 10 by 2 means 50. Don't worry, my friend, this is their mistake. This is not our mistake. If you are not able to understand why we are not calculating absolute maximum, don't worry. This is not your mistake. This is their mistake. This is the mistake of the question. In the question, they should mention whether you have to calculate in plane or absolute. So don't worry. This is an old question, 2013. Right now, in 2018, 19, 20, you will not see this type of question. They will mention whether you have to calculate in plane or absolute maximum. So don't worry about this. Okay, don't worry about this confusion. Don't worry about it. Okay, all right my friend, all right. तो एक क्वेश्चन कर लिया. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Next question is very important, my friend. Next question is very important. This is the question from GATE 2019. GATE 2019. Very interesting question. GATE 2019. Very interesting question. Very interesting question, my friend. Look at the question. It is a very interesting question. What they are asking, state of stress is mentioned in the question. State of stress is given in the question. ये जो डायग्राम हम लोग बनाते हैं इसको हम स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस बोलते हैं, क्योंकि ये स्ट्रेस की कहानी बताता है. उस पॉइंट पे कहां कहां क्या क्या स्ट्रेस लग रहा है ये आपको इस डायग्राम से पता चलता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. ओके, सो दीज आर द वैल्यूज. These are the values. Okay, these are the values. Okay, and they are asking you by how much angle the element should be rotated to get plane of maximum shear stress. Okay, you have to rotate this by some angle. Okay, like this. You have to rotate it by some angle like this, theta. So by how much angle this should be rotated, this element should be rotated in order to get the plane of maximum shear stress. In order to get the plane of maximum shear stress, by how much angle this should be rotated. Okay, earlier it was like this. Earlier it was like this. This is the angle by which you have rotated it. Okay, this is the angle by which you have rotated it. Okay, so this is what theta s1. Okay, this is what theta s1. Okay, so you have to calculate theta s1. Do you understand it? Do you understand it, my friend? Do you understand it? What do you need to calculate? You need to calculate theta s1, my friend. So tell me what will be theta s1. I told you how to calculate plane of maximum shear stress. You have to calculate plane of maximum shear stress. Means theta s1 you have to calculate. Okay, by how much angle you have to rotate this to get plane of maximum shear stress. This is the question. आपको ये एलिमेंट दिया है, इस एलिमेंट को कितने एंगल से घुमाएं टू गेट प्लेन ऑफ मैक्सिमम शियर स्ट्रेस. ओके, सो व्हाट इज प्लेन ऑफ मैक्सिमम शियर स्ट्रेस? इट इज द प्लेन वेयर यू गेट टाउ मैक्सिमम. ओके, एंड आई टोल्ड यू हाउ टू कैलकुलेट दिस प्लेन. थीटा s1 विल बी थीटा p1 प्लस 45 डिग्री, राइट? सो कैलकुलेट थीटा p1 एंड देन ऐड 45 डिग्री एंड यू विल गेट थीटा s1. ओके, कैलकुलेट थीटा p1, add 45 degree and you will get theta s1. Calculate theta p1, my friend. Calculate theta p1. Calculate theta p1. Calculate theta p1, my friend. Calculate the value of theta p1. Calculate theta p1 first and then put the values. Add 45 degree and you will get theta s1. So what is theta p1, my friend? What is theta p1? What will be theta p1? What will be theta p1? What is the equation of theta p1, my friend? Half of tan inverse of 2 tau xy upon sigma x minus sigma y, right? तो इस इक्वेशन में वैल्यू रख दो, half of tan inverse of theta x minus half of tan inverse of 2 tau xy upon sigma x minus sigma y. So calculate what will be theta p1 my friend, calculate what will be theta p1. तो आपको वैल्यूज रखनी है इस इक्वेशन में. What will be this? Half of tan inverse of 2 tau xy. So what will be 2 tau xy my friend? Look at this. Look at this. Tau xy. This is tau xy. But on this plane, tau is going down. So it is negative according to our sign convention. So it will be minus 2 into 25 divided by sigma x minus sigma y. What is sigma x? 80. What is sigma y? Negative 20. Sigma y is minus 20. So it will be 80 minus minus 20. So this will be your theta p1. So how much is theta p1 my friend? How much is theta p1? How much is theta p1? How much is theta p1? How much is theta p1 my friend? It will be around, wait a minute, 13.28 degree. 13.28 degree. Are you getting this? 13 point minus 13.28 degree. Are you getting minus 13.28 degree? Yes, very good. Negative sign means clockwise direction. Positive sign means anti-clockwise direction. Now theta S1 will be theta P1 plus 45 degree. So what is theta P1 my friend? Minus 13.28 plus 45 degree. So what will you get my friend? Theta S1. What will you get? Theta S1. Theta S1 क्या आएगा? Minus 13.28. 45 minus 13.28. What are you getting? 31.72 degree. 31.72 degree. Very good. This is the answer my friend. GATE 2019 का question है civil का. Very important question my friend. You have to calculate plane of maximum shear stress. This is plane of sigma maximum. This is plane of principal stress. And this is plane of shear stress. Plane of shear stress is maximum shear stress is plane of principal stress plus 45 degree. This is theta p1. So at this angle you will get principal plane, and at this angle you will get tau maximum. Okay. So this is how you can calculate theta s1. 31.72 degree. Very important question my friend. Very important. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? Very good if you understand this my friend. Very good if you understand this. Very good. Very good. Excellent my friend. Excellent. Very good. Now my friend, I want you to understand a very important theory question. Okay, I want you to understand very important theory question. Okay, very important conceptual question. Okay, very important conceptual question. You have to draw Mohr circle. Draw Mohr circle and find principal stress. Draw Mohr circle and find principal stress for given state of stress. Draw Mohr circle and find principal stress for given state of stress. You have to draw Mohr circle and find the principal stresses for these two cases. Pure shear, right? This is pure shear. Okay, this is pure shear and hydrostatic stress. This is hydrostatic stress. Hydrostatic stress can be tensile, it can also be compressive. So this is hydrostatic tensile stress. Okay, so this is pure shear condition and this is hydrostatic stress condition. Draw the Mohr circle for both cases and find what will be the principal stresses. Find what will be the principal stresses. This is a very important conceptual question, my friend. This is a very important conceptual question. Draw the Mohr circle for both these cases and find the principal stresses. Right now, my friend, there will be a lot of questions from this concept. Okay, so draw the Mohr circle for these two cases and find the principal stresses, my friend. Quickly, I want you to draw the Mohr circle for both these cases and quickly find the principal stresses, my friend. Find the principal stresses. Find the principal stresses. Find the principal stresses. How you can draw the Mohr circle? You can use the radius and circle method, or you can use my favorite method. What is my favorite method? Find the coordinate of vertical plane and horizontal plane. So what is the coordinate of vertical plane? This is vertical plane, right? This is your vertical plane. So what is sigma? 0. What is shear stress? Tau. Horizontal plane. व्हाट इज सिग्मा 0. व्हाट विल बी शियर स्ट्रेस, यहां टाउ है तो इस पे माइनस टाउ. ठीक है. नाउ ड्रॉ द मोर सर्कल. Draw the Mohr circle. Very important Mohr circle, my friend. Very important Mohr circle. Okay. Very important Mohr circle. Very important Mohr circle. So what is the plane? Vertical plane 0 minus tau. 0 plus tau. तो यहां कहीं आएगा, यहां कहीं आएगा 0 plus tau. This is vertical plane. यहां कहीं आएगा horizontal plane 0 minus tau. मैं नेगेटिव ऊपर लेता हूं. Yesterday I discussed why I take positive नीचे और नेगेटिव ऊपर. मैंने पहले ही कल डिस्कस कर लिया है. Now this will be the diameter. This will be the diameter and this will be the Mohr's circle. This will be the Mohr's circle, my friend. Where will be the center, my friend? Where will be the center? The center will be at origin, my friend. The center of this Mohr circle, pure shear Mohr circle, will be at origin. Now calculate the principal stress. What will be the principal stress, my friend? This is first principal stress. This is second principal stress. What will be the principal stress, my friend? What will be sigma 1, my friend? Radius कितना रहेगा? ये diameter है 2 tau. Radius रहेगा tau. So sigma 1 will be plus tau. Sigma 2 will be minus tau. Do you understand? What are the principal stresses in case of pure shear? In case of pure shear, principal stresses are tau and minus tau. Do you understand this? Very important concept, my friend. Pure shear condition में the center of the Mohr circle will be at 0 0. Okay, so this is the Mohr circle for pure shear. Now we draw Mohr circle for hydrostatic stress. Another very important concept, my friend. Now here, my friend, what will be the coordinate of vertical plane? What is sigma? Sigma. What is tau? 0. On horizontal plane also, normal stress is sigma, shear stress is 0. Okay. Draw the Mohr circle. What you will get? Draw the Mohr circle. What you will get? My friend, here vertical point and horizontal point both will be the same point, right? Vertical and horizontal both will be same, sigma 0, right? So in this case, what is Mohr circle, my friend? In case of hydrostatic stress, Mohr circle is a point, my friend. Mohr circle यहां पे क्या है? Mohr circle is nothing but a point. ये circle ही नहीं है. So what are the principal stresses, my friend? This will be principal stress number 1 and also principal stress number 2. So what will be the principal stress? Sigma 1 will also be sigma, sigma 2 will also be sigma. In fact, my friend, 1 और 2 ही क्या, हर प्लेन पे स्ट्रेस की वैल्यू सेम रहेगी. हर प्लेन पे, आप इस प्लेन की बात करो, 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 on every plane the stress will be same, sigma and 0. Do you understand this, my friend? Do you understand this? On every plane normal stress will be sigma, shear stress will be 0. Mohr circle will be a point. In case of hydrostatic stress, Mohr circle will be a point and on every plane normal stress will be sigma, shear stress will be 0. Note this point, my friend. Very important point. Hydrostatic stress. First point. In case of hydrostatic stress, Mohr circle will be a point, my friend. Mohr circle क्या होगा? एक point. Radius क्या होगा इसका? 0. 0 radius. Okay. Second point. Principal stresses. Both principal stresses will be equal. Sigma. Third point. On every plane, normal stress will be sigma, shear stress will be 0. Whether you take it at 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, on every plane, normal stress will be sigma, shear stress will be 0. What does it mean, my friend? If on every plane, अगर हर plane पे tau 0 है, then what does it mean? What is the plane where tau is 0? What is that plane where tau is 0? That plane is called principal plane. So how many principal planes are there? Infinite principal plane. Every plane is principal plane. Because हर plane पे tau क्या है? 0. On every plane tau is 0. On every plane tau is 0. And if every plane tau is 0 means on every plane tau is 0 means what does it mean? Every plane is a principal plane. So how many principal plane? Infinite principal plane. I told you usually there are 3 principal plane. But in case of hydrostatic stress there are infinite principal plane. infinite principal plane, because every plane is a principal plane, my friend. Every plane is a principal plane in case of hydrostatic stress, my friend. Okay, do you understand this concept? So do you understand pure shear and hydrostatic stress? There will be lot of conceptual question, theory questions in case of pure shear and hydrostatic stress. Okay, so you should know how to draw Mohr circle of pure shear and hydrostatic stress. Okay, theory question, conceptual question solve करने के लिए always use Mohr circle. जब भी कोई theory question आता है, always draw Mohr circle. Okay, Mohr circle will tell you everything about the state of stress. Okay, understand. Now my friend, I need you to solve a very interesting question. I need you to solve this question. Find principal stress. Find principal stresses for given state of stress. Find principal stresses for given state of stress. Very important question. Okay, very important question. I want you to calculate the principal stresses for this state of stress. I want you to calculate principal stresses for this state of stress. This is what, my friend, this is a triaxial state of stress. This is a triaxial state of stress. Okay, triaxial state of stress. ये एक 3-dimensional state of stress है. अभी तक हम डील कर रहे थे biaxial stress से. Till now we were dealing with biaxial stress. This is a triaxial state of stress, but you can calculate principal stresses. For this case, you can calculate principal stress. So calculate principal stress for this case, my friend. Okay, and I want you to calculate this principal stress on your own. And tomorrow we will discuss the solution of this problem. Tomorrow's class we will discuss the solution of this problem. Very interesting problem, my friend. This is a 3-dimensional state of stress. This is a 3-dimensional state of stress. I want you to calculate principal stress in this case, my friend, and tomorrow we will solve this question together. Tomorrow we will see the solution. Okay, I want you to try this. I want you to try this, and tomorrow we will discuss how you can calculate it. Let me give you a hint. How you can calculate the state of stress, principal stress here? Eigenvalue. Find the eigenvalue of this matrix and you will get the principal stresses. Find the eigenvalue, you will get the principal stresses. Tomorrow we will discuss the solution. Okay, all right, my friends. So for today's class we have seen how to calculate principal stresses, how to calculate sigma max, how to calculate tau max. Very important topic. Today's class was very important, my friend. You will get a question from this topic, my friend. You will get in every exam, you see questions related to this, and this is a very important topic for machine design also. In case of machine design, you will use these concepts. Okay, so from machine design point of view also, this is a very important topic. After strength of material, my friend, I will start machine design. Strength of material will end in 3-4 classes, and then we will start machine design from zero, from very basic. Okay, so if you want to learn more from me, this is just trailer, my friend. Okay, this is just trailer. I am not solving too many problems. I am not able to solve too many problems. I am solving as many problems as I can, but still there are a lot of problems. If you want to solve, if you want me to solve everything, if you want to learn everything from me, subscribe to Unacademy Plus, because Unacademy Plus is India's largest online learning platform. There are top educators of India on this platform, my friend, including me. Okay, so if you want to learn more from me, subscribe to Unacademy Plus using my referral code. This is my referral code, my friend, approved 10. Please don't forget to use this referral code. Sorry, please don't forget to use this referral code. You get 10% discount, and in return I will get a good feedback, my friend. Okay, so this is kind of a feedback for me. Okay, if you use this referral code to join Unacademy Plus, then I get a good feedback that you are joining through me, my friend. Okay, so please subscribe to Unacademy Plus as soon as possible. Don't be late. A lot of students have already joined. Okay, so don't be late. Subscribe to Unacademy Plus and get a 10% discount using this code. Okay, and don't forget to share these videos with all your friends. Don't forget to share this video to all your friends, my friend. Okay, so tomorrow I will meet you with the solution of this. And tomorrow we will see a very interesting topic, combined loading. Combined loading means combined bending and twisting, combined twisting and axial load, combined loading, more than one load acting at the same time. Okay, so tomorrow I will meet you at 3 p.m. exactly. Thank you for watching this video, my friend.